Hey guys, so this is part two of the Nike Prefontaine Classic that happened in May 2024. Also from May 25th. So this time we'll be looking at the men's 100 at the Prefontaine. So we had some heavy hitters yet again. We had Davidson, Alzaki, Alzamani. You had Blake. You had Omanyala, you have Coleman, Helkson, Courage, and from Tokyo, and I think New Zealand or Australia. So I'm not good with names, so I'm not gonna spell certain people's name that much. But let's watch it and see how the outcome is. Also, look out for the Nike Grand Prix that will be happening shortly on my channel a little bit after this, so that way we could watch it. Okay guys, so let us continue.
Pathway of the British Virgin Islands, very consistent in recent weeks.
Oh, Virgin Islands.
Knocking on the door of sub 10 seconds. He ran 10.03 a month ago. So the meet record is 9.80. That goes back to 2011, 13 years ago now, by Steve Mullings of Jamaica. Fastest time in the world this year, 9.93.
All right, now.
By Christian Miller, USA, his compatriot Kendall Williams. Both of those times coming just a few weeks ago in Claremont, Florida. So Coleman in lane 5. Can he impress here? Remember, the 6th fastest man in history, 9.76. Quick start at 2.
All right, now.
Big fest.
All right. And like I always say, Christian Coleman always has a fast start. Like he's an explosive athlete. So when he gets out, if you're not a person that's able to catch with Christian Coleman, like you're gonna lose the race. Like the first 3 or 5 steps he takes, the first 15 steps or the first 5 steps, if you're not already out or up with him, he's gonna pass you. Like when you have an explosive starter like that, you have to keep up with him.
Omanyala, the powerful Kenyan, just beyond exhaust spots through 4. Omanyala trying to come back.
Omanyala's right there though.
He runs out of track.
995. Alright, plus 2 meters headwind. Okay, I'll take that.
995, very solid indeed.
Almost a world lead.
I can tell you, it's not ideal for sprinting. It's not a warm day here. We're sitting here with long sleeves on. It's probably about 15 degrees, something like that. Coleman has to work very hard to give Omanyala at bay there. The Kenyan closing all the time. Another 10 meters, and he might have got there, Steve.
See how he got out?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Omanyala's not to play too.
100 meters hasn't really caught light yet, has it, this year so far? We've got plenty of time
and
to go.
That goes back to what I was saying before in track and field. There's so many different types of athletes when it comes to their forms and their shapes and sizes. And some athlete, they run like this. Some athlete run like this. Some athlete, they bulge their hands like this to run. Like there's so many different ways of certain athletes, the way they run. But that doesn't determine how fast you could run. It's all about the technique that makes you more comfortable. But to see Christian Coleman out there to do what his thing, I'm not sure if that's his season opener, but he managed to hold off Omanyala, which he's one of the fastest African on the coast of that. I think he's the 9th fastest man overall, if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty cool to see Christian Coleman right back where he left off, and I'm praying that he makes the team this year. So I can't wait to see what happens. Alright guys?
But Coleman will be delighted with the win here. But Omanyala, who's normally, he gets out as well. But we know Coleman is so good out of the block.
Yeah, like I said.
Very strong here in the last 20 minutes.
Coleman, when he's out, is very explosive. And so if you can't catch up, you're going to lose the race. But like I said, I'm going to stop it here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for the men's Prefontaine. I didn't want to focus on too much of the Prefontaine due to the fact that it has passed, and I think a lot of people already seen it. We're gonna move on to the next event, which will be the Nike Grand Prix. I can't wait to look at that one because it's happening today. I think there's so much that we could talk about what's happening today. We're going to be covering the women's 400 because I heard that Sydney McLaughlin is going to be there. We also going to be covering the the men's 100, men's 200, and women's 100 and 200. And also shout out to the NCAA, what is going on right now. I heard Mackenzie, I've been hearing that name a lot. She won 100, 200, and probably the 4x1. If I'm mistaken, let me know. But I think there's a lot is going on in track and field right now, and I can't wait to make my predictions of who's going to be doing the U.S. trials, and we will be covering the U.S. trials as well as the Olympics. So we do that every 4 years to cover the Olympics on my channel. The last time we covered was the Tokyo Games. I can't wait to be back to cover this one and for future project as well. So thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye guys.